For sure.
So I can't. I sometimes have trouble writing music if it's not related to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have trouble writing music when it's not related to me.
For sure.
Yeah, so I tell my own story, but sometimes I wouldn't say I go to the future, because if I actually talk about things that are gonna happen in the future and I manifest, I start talking about things that I don't have, like cars. If I'm gonna rap about cars and things, I kind of don't relate to that, so it's kind of like hard for me to write music about cars or money or girls. So I try avoid that as much as I can.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Same sentiment?
Sort of, as much as I started rapping to just say what I felt like saying, express myself, tell my story. But since then, I feel like it's evolved beyond that to something sort of bigger than me. I don't feel like I'm just doing music for myself anymore. I'm from a place, we see a lot of messed up things, let's say, right? We see people who are broken, right? We see all these things. And one thing that I've noticed can bring the most broken person, the most thuggish thug, the worst drug dealer in the world, and then take them to a lighter place.
For sure.
The light has been hip hop.
For sure.
Everything else, it just drowns the pain in joy, in alcohol, in what. Hip hop is the only one that actually was like, hey, Baba, this is your life. This is what is happening. This is what you have to deal with.
Okay.
And what you have here, it's not all there is to the world. That's why you see a lot of like bragging in hip hop. I have this, I have that. Because in the hood, they don't have this, they don't have that. They are not even aware they can get this and that.
Yeah.
Hip hop is the only thing that gives that message to them. Hip hop, it's the only thing that has a lot of people saying, saved them. Hip hop saved me. That's the most cliche quote ever. Hip hop saved me. But it's true. That is why it's cliche. It saved a lot of people.
Okay.
You look at the best rappers ever, Jay. In SA, in UK, in the US, the best guys. And then you see, before rap, what were they doing on a day-to-day basis? It's not just people, Jay. It's people who are going through hardships, right? And they use their music to get other people out of that same hardships. That's how I see my songs.
For sure.
I just need to elevate the people from where they are and show them like, no, bro, you don't need to settle. Basically, it's life. There's a lot of things happening. It's messed up. That's why I can even tell your story. I can tell the story of the guy who shot the goal because yada yada. I can tell this story. It's true.
For sure.
But I'm not glorifying it in any way.
It's happening. Just telling
It's
you
happening.
it's
I'm just telling people it's happening. And for those
Awareness.
who don't know that it's happening, for
Yes.
people who live nice lives comparatively,
For sure.
I can show them that your world does not end by only at you. There are people out there, they need help, they need in it. They don't have this and that, they don't have this and that.
For sure.
And I feel like those people then get a better appreciation of the world outside of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's about people more than it's about me.
Okay. So you're shedding a light through your guys' music.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. That's powerful. That's powerful. The fact that you guys look at that. Just getting back again into the industry a little bit. What is it that if you could, whip a magic wand and be able to change the music industry in SA,
Yeah.
what would you do?
More opportunities for the kids.
More opportunities for the kids. What are these opportunities that we guys are looking for? Because here is why, before you answer, right? I am getting to the part where I'm becoming the next generation. You know what I mean? I'm 32. You check what I mean? So my point has always been, you gotta always listen to the youth. You guys, you have a lot to say, and you're seeing some of the things that we don't see because, like I said, most of us have responsibilities, life changes. So some of us are still in positions where we can help, but we don't help because we don't know how to help.
Oh, okay.
So we need to talk to you. One of the reasons why I do this in the stage is picking your guys' brains to start understanding what do these guys need. You know, instead of us sitting in different corners and complaining, the older guys complaining about the young guys don't understand this, the young guys being like, yo, the OGs are not helping us. What is it that, what are these opportunities that you guys want?
Ish. Me, one, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but like bringing everyone together, especially the youngins who are actually coming into the industry.
For sure.
Bringing them together, like actually building a community. It doesn't matter if you amapiano, gqom, hip hop. Let's all support each other. We shouldn't be segregated. Asko states, you know. This thing, the whites chill with the whites, blacks with blacks, Indian, we should all be one. Whatever genre you do, we should all be one. Push each other. Make sure that the industry survives. Yeah, instead of like one genre dominates the other.
For sure.
We should actually.
Would you say the industry is created that it amplifies competition that becomes very toxic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say the same thing?
Yeah.
So, pair, right? Cool. So, what is it that you guys are doing different to not find yourself in positions like that? Do you ever think about it? Is this something that comes into your head?
Sometimes.
Man, it keeps me awake at night. Honestly, it keeps me awake. Because you could do it differently.
For sure.
Anybody can do it differently. But now it's not just doing it different, it's doing it differently in a way that works.
Okay.
In a way that people connect to at the end of the day.
Okay.
It's about people. Like I said, it's about touching that emotion at the end of the day. And I would say for now, as I'm coming up, I'm just trying to pull that emotional cord from people. But as I grow and I have more influence over people, it changes for me from just helping people through music and actually doing something. Now that I have like Guab, now I have to build that school. You know, now I have to do that thing. It's not just music. Music is just how am I going to get that influence? You know, I'm not I'm also an introvert. I'm not out there. I'm not Mandela who's gonna be out there with speeches
for sure
and bring people together. I wish I was, but bring people together. The only thing I can do is bring people together right now is the music. That is the only thing I feel people agree. They're like, okay, this music is good.
For sure.
As long as they can unite to hear the music, I can tell them other things. Okay. Like, yo, let's do this. And they are more inclined to listen.
For sure.
No, that's how I feel about it. I don't know.
Okay. Same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure,
Basically same thing.
I your guys' mentality is way matured than most people that I've met. You know, and that's pretty unique. You know what I mean? That's pretty unique. You should cherish that. You know what I mean? Again, just coming back to the opportunities and everything that you guys want to see the change in the industry and everybody. Do you feel like there is enough education around the industry that you guys are in?
No.
Basics, like the basics of how the industry works. I know you guys are studying engineering and you guys are internet guys, you can go read, but it's something else going to read something and you don't have a context about it.
Yeah.
You check what I mean? Or somebody to validate the information. Because not everything that we see online is the truth.
It's truth,
Because some of the things that are out there are there from the people who want us to have that mentality so they can be able to control us. Like how they say the music industry is difficult. The music industry needs... You guys feel like there's enough education at the basic level to usher people into this industry or for them to understand this industry?
Yeah, I feel like there is enough education because coming from my experience, I had to learn from the internet before coming to ASE.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that when I came to ASE, my knowledge was amplified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the information is there. It's just choose the right information, because also it's also scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
So you have to piece the puzzles together to get the information and for you to understand it properly. Yeah, it's just scattered everywhere.
That's fine.
Yeah, amongst the fake information as well. Yeah. So you have to get the right piece it together, then come up from that information you got, plan, take action. Because you can also plan and not take action, and nothing's gonna happen. Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, wow. So you guys are studying audio engineering, right?
Yeah.
Most of I think you said that the reason why you study sound engineering or audio engineering is because you already knew you were in this path, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel the quality of music matters in 2020? When I say quality, I mean the process of mixing, mastering, and the light switched off. You know what I mean? We're gonna take it from. So my question again was, you guys are studying sound engineering, right?
Yeah.
That tells me that you guys want to take your music to a next level, if I'm right, right? Do you feel like in 2022, the quality of your music, the process of recording, mixing, and mastering is still important? Or, we saw what happened with COVID. A lot of people started having home studios, recording themselves, being able to mix for themselves. And the songs that you get in the charts and Grammy Award winning songs that, the process was that, you know what I mean? They're not the best mix songs. They're not the best master songs, but they're there. So what I want to hear from you guys is, do you feel like the balance between the creativity of making a dope song, writing dope lyrics, and the engineering? Because other people might focus in making sure that they have a quality song, but the song doesn't move the people. Or they have a song that moves the people, but the song is not quality. So what do you guys think about that?
I feel like it's on a scale, honestly, on a balancing scale, right? I mean, before we were musicians, I guess having a good sounding song would be important, because now it had to be on radio. It had to sound good in all these places where even the equipment back then isn't what it is today now, right? But today, with the home studios, you can see by the fact that people aren't booking studios in the traditional sense anymore. I don't know when was the last time I heard someone tell me they're gonna buy studio time at some big fancy studio. I don't know.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard it before.
So it's like people can make a good song in their rooms, record it will sound bad, and then people will like it. So it's more about the song than the mixing to me. But then the song, as good as it can be, is also not much without the marketing of the song, the business of the song and all that. It can be really good, and then it's heard by your mom and your grandma.
Oh, okay.
So you need to get it out there. But honestly, it's more important that you have a good song than a well-mastered song. For me, it's 100 times more important that your song is good and people can dance to it before mixing, mastering. That's how I feel. But Nakona, it's a balance, because you can't have a good song, but it's not mixed at all, and it just sounds all over the place. We can try to dance, but it's, it has that thing, and I've seen that a lot. That's why I want to take all these mixing skills that I learned here to the hood, where they don't know these things as much as I would, because I learned this. Because you hear a lot of nice songs in the hood. For sure. There's a lot of talent. Like, it's amazing how much talent there is. I find it amazing.
Yeah, it is.
But you hear the songs and it's like, people won't really like to listen to this song because maybe your vocals are just under the beat, or they're just overpowering the beat, or they have too much bass in them and it's just woo, 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 But the song itself, you can like, oh shit, yeah. Sure. But you won't really try to hear that song over and over again. just because of that. So yeah, first step number one for me is get a good song. Before you try to mix yara wara wara, make sure your song is good. Once it's good, only then can the technicals apply, the engineering.
Yeah, true.
The what. Because if you do the letter first and it sounds really good, but it doesn't move anyone, it's a waste of mixing and mastering. According to me, I
wouldn't say that.
sat there for what, dog?
Like it's a waste. I wouldn't say it's a waste. All that time you spent mixing that song, mastering, you were actually gaining a skill.
Yeah,
Your
you
skill was
personally,
improving.
but the song won't gain anything from that. You will gain as the engineer, but the song, as far as the success of the song, it being well mixed won't really contribute as much to its national success, provincial success, or whatever. Than if it was like bad, but it's at least it's a good song. We can dance to it. You know, you see this a lot. Amapiano.
Yeah.
The mixing in there, it's not fancy. Let's be honest. It's not like those guys. They did some 5 compressors on that song just so it's just sounds. Remove that low and just make it sound clean enough.
Yeah.
But as long as the song is good, everyone's gonna dance to it. No one even cares. People don't know.
Yeah,
what
the
it is.
consumer doesn't know like what we do actually,
You know?
what we actually do
They
to
don't
these
know.
songs. Like they don't care.
All they care about is, can I dance to this song? Do I wanna play this song again? Is it stuck in my head? Is it things like this? And that's just the music part before engineering and all that. That's how I feel about it.
Feel the same way?
Yeah. Well, with me, I just like him from speaking from experience, because I do mix, master, write my own songs. I try to balance it. So when I feel like a song is not, because I'm trying to compete with Kanye, Lil Travis. Like I'm not trying to make a song that's like mediocre, unless I'm learning and I know, okay, for these next few years, learning phase. I'm not gonna expect Kanye, because they have people who had like years and experience.
Yeah.
So I try to balance it out.
For sure.
Yeah, it is.
You said something
I try
there,
to
like
balance
you
it out.
write, produce,
Yeah.
mix,
Mix.
master,
Yeah.
release the music yourself.
Myself, yeah.
Is that something that consciously you said, I want to do this, or the situation forced you in that direction?
Nah. Thing is, I'm a team. Like I'm like a leader. Let me say that. Like, I like having a team around, telling people, not telling, actually like selling my vision to people and being like, bring your skills. If you're a graphic designer, these are the skills to how you can do cover arts. Because at the end of the day, you also want to improve when you make cover arts. If you're a videographer, pull up. Fashion designer, pull up. Stylist, pull up. So I'm that type of person who likes bringing people together. But the problem with the youth, we have egos.
Okay.
Yeah, we have egos. We all ratifila. I've had like friends, a lot of friends starting music, gang it. Like, let's work, fall out. Another gang, fall out.
Yeah.
Another gang, fall out. Another gang, fall out. So it's a problem, like ego.
Okay.
Mostly,
So
yeah.
that forced you to actually be like, let me understand the whole process.
Yeah.
I might need people, but I don't want to be in a position where if I don't have people, I can't do it.
I can't do
Helpless,
anything. Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, and I also try space. Like I plan ahead, way ahead of time, so I know March to April record, May, June mix, June, July, August master. Throughout after July, market. Same phase again the next year. So if I'm working alone, I balance it out like that.
Okay.
So I don't experience burnout.
Okay, so well, is only focusing on one thing. It's a good thing because you can master it. But I find myself being a more Dolby Atmos. I'm a skill junkie. Yeah, I get high from learning. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I feel like
That's
I'm
why
the same.
I said
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when I plan, like maybe I'm planning to release an EP, I have like different phases.
sure.
During those different phases, I'm learning the skills that I need to learn. Yeah, so I'm wearing,
Different hats.
okay,
Different hats,
the recording time, get artist.
Yeah.
Mixing time, get engineer.
For sure.
Mastering. When it's time to market, that marketing hat needs to come on. Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm also like a skill stacking type person. Yeah.
What you doing is something that right now you might not recognize it, but it's gonna come very, very handy later. What a lot of people don't do is learn how the industry works. And what you guys are doing, because you're doing the whole thing for yourself, is when you start having the team and the budgets, you know what those people are supposed to give you because you have done it yourself. That's one thing that I learn skills for. So that when I hire you as a graphic designer, if I can do a better job than you, I don't need to hire you. You know, if I hire you as an engineer and I can mix better than you, why should you mix for me? Because I have a standard. I've set a standard and I know what it's supposed to be. So that leads to my next question. Technology. How are you guys finding? I'm from the old school. You know what I mean? When I was starting to get interested in the music, it wasn't easy to record. You know, you couldn't get just Fruity Loops, get a microphone interface, have a home. Like home studios didn't exist then. Check what I mean? So you had to go to the studio, you had to book a studio, and it was difficult to find studios. I mean, where I'm asking from, I find a lot of like young guys who are in the same position as you guys who don't understand how much fortunate they are to be living in this age. You said when you were couch surfing, you will go on Google and just be like, yo, how do I? That's now. 15, 20 years back, you couldn't do that. You had to go to the library. Yeah, even in the library, there, it's information that is been filtered. You know what I mean? Because they need you to go pay for a qualification. You know what I mean? So they wouldn't tell us everything. That's why nowadays you're getting a lot of guys coming out and be like, yo, I didn't even know that they were taking my publishing money because I didn't even know there was something called publishing. You check what I mean? So do you guys are you guys understanding the age where you at and maxing on this? I know you guys are doing it. I've seen how your Instagram hustle, WhatsApp and all of this. But my question is more based on, do you appreciate what you guys have?
Yeah.
And if you do appreciate, how did you tune your mentality to understand that this is an opportunity?
For me, it's like it would be easier for me to sell a stream than it would be to sell you a CD. Like
Nah.
I feel like
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
I
it.
disagree.
Let's talk about it.
disagree.
I like that.
As young as I am, I really love the old traditional method.
You had the
of
old
selling.
soul. I already said that.
I love the old traditional.
So
way
let
of
him explain
selling.
why he thinks this.
No. Pella, if I have to sell you a CD, example, Nipsey Hussle at the back of a trunk.
Of a trunk,
You
yeah.
there selling people, they give you money. That's more time and work than you just saying, click this link, bro.
For sure.
On your phone. Just click a link, it views, bam. You sold a stream. A CD, I had to convince you. Take out that 10 rand, bro.
Okay.
Take out that what.
Doesn't it give you skills to sell?
It does.
You become a salesman, because with artists, I don't know if one need or one but I feel like artists in the music industry are salespeople.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? They have to be out there. The brand has to be out there to sell. Brand that's gonna direct people to the product.
For sure.
Yeah, so I feel like that taught Bo Nipsey, Bo Master P to be salespeople, to actually know how to sell a record, how to talk to a customer, how to deal with people in person. Yeah. Now with the internet, thing is the internet is interstaneous. Yeah? Interstaneous, yeah. If I'm saying it wrong, in the comments, guys, correct us in the comments. It's interstaneous. So I feel like with the internet, I can drop a song today, get 10,000 views, the next day another song trends. What do you do after that?
Okay, I feel that.
So you're saying it's harder nowadays to maintain.
Yeah, to
than it was
maintain,
back in
yeah.
the day, but
But that
easier
first
to get your
sale-
music out.
It's easier to get it
yeah,
out,
that
but
first
to
sale,
maintain, have a long, when it comes to longevity,
Yeah.
it's harder. It's harder, yeah.
Because you gotta keep up.
Yeah, you gotta
So
keep up.
we share the same sentiments of saying music nowadays is more disposable than it used because it exists in a virtual world. Yeah, so it became number one because they didn't understand the culture. So I understand where you're coming from. So let's talk about what you guys are working on. You know, Nkalafeng, we did a studio invasion. You had a song in there. Is there a big project we're working on? Are we working on singles? Are we just recording or just making sure that we have products?
I'm actually dropping an EP next month on the
for
5th.
sure.
5th of August.
For sure.
Then I'm also dropping, this is like the project that, the main project is titled Bird of Jove, dropping on the 28th of October. Then the one that's dropping in 2 weeks, it's titled Eaglet, I Manifest.
Okay.
Eaglet, the baby eagle, eaglet.
Okay.
Yeah, like piglet, a baby pig, piglet, eaglet.
Okay.
So the first EP is actually talking about how I'm growing as a person, and as I manifest the subtitle I manifest.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's how I'm coming up, growth, talks about that.
Okay, so when I listen to it, what am I? What is the mindset? What am I gonna get from it? If you had to tell somebody, to convince somebody to go listen to it,
It's gonna help you wake up in the morning and hustle.
okay?
Cause I make music for hustlers as well.
Alright.
Yeah, it's gonna make you wake up in the morning and actually go hustle.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who's are you collaborating with producers? Are you producing the whole thing yourself?
I produced 99% of the EP.
Okay.
And what the person who produced one song on the EP is called Force. Four.
His
Now
name is
Force is
Four.
another producer.
Oh, okay.
Four.
Yeah, 'cause I
There's
know Force.
There's Force and there's
Yeah,
Four
I
as
know
well.
Force.
So Four produced the intro.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
the intro gave me the idea of the whole song.
Okay, let
Of
me
the
talk a
whole
little
EP,
bit
I mean.
about that.
Yeah.
Is it something that you consciously want to be able to produce your album because you can curate it how you want? Or again, it's just a matter of not a lot of producers?
Yeah,
willing to
could
give
produce the sound that I
you want.
wanted. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what pushed you to
Yeah.
producing most of the stuff in your
Because a lot of producers
and you're
couldn't
doing the
produce.
mixing and the mastering yourself.
Yeah, I did the mixing and the
And the
mastering
recording,
myself.
you did that yourself. You're
Yeah.
doing that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay,
At
cool.
that time, I was alone. It was before I met the
gents.
gents. So the EP was recorded last year. Most of the songs were recorded last year. It's just that I didn't have the opportunity to release them.
Okay.
But now I feel like the time is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Zōrrow, talk to me. What are we working on?
Me, for the rest of 2022, it's only singles.
Singles.
You know, because recently I took down a lot of my stuff or
Uh-huh.
everything when I did the name change to Zōrrow.
Okay.
So I'm just at that point where I'm just trying to fill my accounts with songs so that when you you go there, it's not just empty. So for the rest of the year, I'm trying to drop a song monthly, if not bi-weekly.
Okay.
You know, and then next year, that's when I'm gonna try to. And I'm gonna use the songs I'm gonna drop now as research in a way, just to see how people interact to what, try things, see what works, what doesn't. By next year, I should have some sort of idea of okay,
Which Zōrrow do the people like?
yeah, you know, some sort of idea. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm gonna conform to what they like, but just understanding that, like, what do they want me to speak to them? Do they want me to just make them dance? Do they want me to, you know,
Makes sense.
what do they like?
Yeah, how do they want me to speak to them?
Yeah,
It's market research.
exactly.
Yeah, market research.
So yeah, that's me for the rest of the year. I just we released a single few days back.
Monday.
Monday. Yeah, with the gang, Five Fingers.
Five Fingers, yeah.
It's
Our first song,
Our
actually.
first song, actually. That
Yeah.
we released.
Yeah, I checked out
That's
the song.
It's fire, ne?
Yeah,
I
too
know,
much, too much.
I
You already know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Nah, that's dope. So do you produce too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No.
So making beats. Are we specifically on any DAW or we versatile? We can just whip it out wherever
I don't
we
have a
can.
laptop.
So
But
how,
I know
how you
like,
been
for
making
some-
beats? So
Huh?
just coming to the studios and chopping
just-
it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did have a laptop, but it's broken now. So when I had that laptop, it wasn't working perfectly.
For sure.
Because when I did load Pro Tools, it was a cheap laptop. I bought it because I that time came. Okay, it's time to make the music, and I
yeah.
didn't have the funds.
For sure.
So I bought a cheap laptop.
Use what you have.
Yeah. So I used it. So I didn't sleep that time. I made sure I have to learn how to produce in like a short space of time. So in like a year, I already knew what I had to do. So as I continued, then last year I moved to my first mentor's house. He taught me a couple things. Then when I moved out, I knew, okay, no more laptop. Back to square one. Then I was like, nah, it's a PC thing. Let me come record here, produce here. So I had to teach myself again how to produce on Pro Tools.
So true.
Because
Yeah.
like most people, like even me, when I came here, I could produce, but it was on FL, you know.
Yeah,
for sure.
Which is like, it's relatively easy to teach yourself that. You just press there and it's like, doom-ts, 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 and you're like, yeah,
Okay.
you know. But now coming here, same thing. My laptop just died. So it was the thing of, I needed beats and there's Pro Tools, but I don't know how to use Pro Tools to make beats. I just had to learn. I just had to adapt or die. That's my motto. Adapt or die. I just had to. And then since then, like producing on Pro Tools is not that big of a deal to me anymore. I've gotten the hang of it, and I don't really mind producing on it. I've learned. So for now, I can use both FL and
Pro Tools, yeah.
But I'm trying to go to Cubase.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm liking how you guys are approaching what you guys are learning. You know, when I was a student, the best way for me to pass was actually to put myself in there, dive in. You know what I mean? Make the mistakes and do all of those things. Nah, that's fire, man. I really appreciate your guys' conversation. Is there anything that you would like the people out there to know? You know what I mean? Anything? I know you want them
Just
to follow
thank
you
you
on
for the
Instagram.
support. That's all I want to say. Thank you for the support. More music is coming.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just want them to remember this face. Lampon. Remember me. That's all. It's cool. It's cool. You will see it again. You will see it again.
I will. Like I said.